Hi Stampers, it's Courtney with Twilight Treasures. Welcome back. It's been a long time since I've done a video, but I'm back and hopefully going to be doing a lot more than one every 5 or 6 months. I do apologize for being gone so long. Anyway, yes, I've gotten to 100 subscribers and my granddaughter Jocelyn reminded me that in order to keep subscribers, you have to keep doing some videos. So I'm doing a video because my granddaughter Jocelyn told me to do so. Anyway, just kidding. But she loves to stamp with me. She's not here now, but one of these days she's going to be doing a video with me. So these are the cards that I'm going to share with you. Actually, just one of them. I'm going to do it in the Bermuda Bay and Coastal Cabana. This one is in Night of Davy and Seaside Spray with the white cardstock background, you know, the layer here. And let's get started. I've got some pieces cut. I'm going to try and keep these close by, but may not be able to see it the whole time. So I've got my pieces all cut, so you don't have to sit through that. And I'm going to do my bone folder, get that going. Okay, this is Bermuda Bay. This is cut at 8.5 by 5.5, scored at 4 1/4, standard card base. And then whatever white cardstock you have, I've got 2 pieces. One will be for the inside, and then one to layer on the outside. And these are both 5 1/4 by 4 inches. And then I've got a piece of Coastal Cabana that measures 3 3/4 by 5 inches. And that's the one that we're going to be working on. And then I've got a scrap piece of white and a scrap piece of Coastal Cabana so that we can do the sentiment on here. We're going to layer it with white in the background and Coastal Cabana with the saying on there for the front. And we're going to be using the double ovals punch. I love this thing. The white will be the scalloped one, the larger, and then the Coastal Cabana will be the smaller one with the sentiment on it to layer right on top. So easy. Okay, so let me get started with the stamp part. Let's do the fun part first. Okay, I've got my Coastal Cabana, and again, this is 3 3/4 by 5 inches. And I've got my Seashells 3D folder from Stampin' Up. And on the side of this folder that, or the flap that has the logo of Stampin' Up on it, we're going to open it up and we're going to get our Coastal Cabana stamp pad. And this is going to be on Coastal Cabana paper, so it's color on, or no, tone on tone. And this is going to just blow your mind, I hope, because it blew mine. Okay, so again, on the side that has the Stampin' Up logo, all we're going to do, I'm going to turn this around since I'm right-handed. Turn this around, and I'm just going to lightly get some color on the inside of this folder so that when I emboss, it's going to make the embossing part just pop right off the page for you. You'll see what I mean when we finish. Okay, so just a little bit of color. I'll close that up, and I'm going to put my card so that I want to make sure that this big conch shell is right side up and on my card fully, because that's my favorite part. All right, so I'm going to put my card down right on the ink, carefully, not move it around. And then I'm going to go over to the embossing machine, and I'll be right back. Can't take you with me. Okay, and open it up, and look how gorgeous that is. So simple. I'll clean that up later with just a wet rag or a wipe or whatever you want to use to clean that up. Clean both sides because the ink does get on the other side too. But anyway, there's the best part of the whole card, right there. Okay, now I've got a couple of pieces of ribbon. This is just some Coastal Cabana ribbon. I don't know if this is still in the catalog or not, but it's kind of shiny and very see-through. Just very beautiful light ribbon, okay? And I'm going to turn this over, and I'm going to use some mono adhesive. And again, I want to make sure that this is at the top of my card, this conch shell. So I'm going to turn it over, and about 3/4 of the way down, I'm going to put some of this adhesive to stick my ribbon to. Oh, come on. Uh-oh, I just ran out. Okay, so I will use my seal if I can make that work. Here we go. There, okay. And stick one end here. And then wrap it around. And stick the other end down. This is about 6 inches, and you'll see in a second it could have probably been a little bit shorter, so I didn't waste so much ribbon. But, whoops. See, I've got more than I need here. But that's okay. I'll cut a little bit off of that end, just like so. Then, I'm going to put some tear and tape on here. I want to make sure that ribbon doesn't move around when I'm starting to glue it down. So I'm just going to put a little piece of tear and tape on each one of these. Just leave the backing on there. You don't need to worry about taking it off because it's not what's going to help the thing stick down anyway. It's just to keep the ribbon from moving. So I'll put those down there. And then we'll start assembling our card. Oh, wait a minute. Yeah, let me do that first. Okay, so I've got our Bermuda Bay. I've got an inside piece. I'll put that off to the side. I've got my Bermuda Bay base. That's, let's see. And I'm going to just do this with adhesive, mono adhesive. Oop, I ran out of stuff. Forgot about that. Okay. Where's my seal? Here it is. All right. This is not my favorite thing because I can't make it work right. Okay, and that's our first layer. That'll go down. Try and leave as even a border around the whole way as you can, like so. And then I'm going to use the glue, as they call green glue. I'm going to use the multi-liquid glue to stick it down, because when the embossing is this deep, sometimes just the seal won't get into the grooves enough and it might peel up. So the glue makes it kind of stick a little bit better. So I'm going to use that. Make sure I get to the corners. Don't need a ton of it. And then that also gives me wiggle room to make sure that I get it centered right. And, oh, I almost did it. I want my conch shell right side up. So I make sure that that's done there with a little bit of border and move it over just a little bit. Close enough. Okay. And then there's that. And we're practically done, believe it or not. Okay, and then I've got a little piece of ribbon that's about 3 inches. And this probably could have been a little bit longer. But I'm just going to tie one quick little, not even a knot, just one tie around. Okay, I'm not going to do that. I'm going to get another piece and make it a little bit longer. So I've got something to work with. Okay, so again, just slip it right under there. And tie it just one time. We're just going to have kind of a mock bow here. And just pull it tight. Get it over a little bit. Like so. And then I'm going to cut off a little bit. Oop, hope that lays down a little bit better. There we go. So I've got a cute little bow there. And then I'm going to do our sentiment. And I'm going to punch out first. I'll go ahead and do the white with the bigger scalloped oval. Okay, that'll be our background. And then I'm going to stamp on our Coastal Cabana with thank you. And this thank you is from the Special Someone Adorable set. I love it. A little thank you here. And then I'm going to stamp the inside with this thank you for making a difference in my life from By the Dock, both of which are still available in the catalogs. Okay, so I'm going to use Bermuda Bay to stamp this so it'll stand out a little bit better on the Coastal Cabana. It could probably be done in Coastal Cabana and look just fine, but I kind of like it to pop a little bit more than that, so I'm going to do it in the darker color. Okay, let's get that right in there. Okay. And then I want to use the smaller oval for this one and get that centered as best I can. And punch. Okay. And then we're all done with that. And then I'm going to go ahead and stick this down with mono adhesive as well, because then again I can get a little bit of wiggle room when I try to center it on this other piece. like so. Ooh, come on, get over there. Okay. And then I'm going to use some dimensionals to pop it up a little. And because I've got this ribbon here and I want to kind of straddle it like so, I'm going to put one dimensional way up at the top in the middle and one way down at the bottom so that the ribbon can kind of go in between the two dimensionals, if that makes sense. Okay, and then I'm going to kind of straddle there, get it over a little. Ooh, get in there. And there we go. Okay. Then, just to give it a little bling, I'll put a few of these rhinestones on there. I'm going to use the little ones. Those big ones are a little bit much for me. But, alright, I'm going to do one right there. Come on. And I'll do one on the clamshell, because I love that. I know they don't have pearls or anything, but I think that looks pretty on there. And then, one more. Ooh, come on. And I'm going to put this one maybe down here. Okay. And there we have it. Okay. Then we'll do the inside. Can't leave that out. And I'm going to do that in Bermuda Bay as well. And again, this sentiment is from By the Dock, the set By the Dock. And I'm just going to put that right in here. And I always let it sit for a minute to have the ink transfer to the card. Perfect. Okay. All right. And then I'm going to use seal to put that down. If I can find it. Here we go. And you know, there is a trick I want to tell you, if you don't already know, that if your seal won't start like that, your silicone mat will help it. And the way this is supposed to work is you pull and then click. Pull and then flick it. Whoops. Pull and flick. And then it kind of keeps it going for the next round. But I usually forget to do that. So, okay, and then that's going to go on the inside. And you could decorate this up with some seashells or something if you wanted. Stamp some, you know, different things on there. Seagrass or whatever. And there you have it. Okay. So we've got thank you. Thank you for making a difference in my life. Push that down a little further. Okay. And there we go. So thank you for coming by. And I will have another video hopefully in maybe a few days or a week or so. I will not wait 6 or 8 months this time. So I hope to see you back next time. And I hope you enjoyed this and hope you can make this one. It's very simple and I think you can knock it out in no time at all. Thanks for coming by. Bye-bye.